Did you know that being nice could be dangerous? It is when dealing with a narcissist. Let's take a moment to unravel this. Narcissism, in essence, is an excessive focus on oneself, often accompanied by a lack of empathy for others. Picture someone who is self-absorbed, with an inflated sense of importance, and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. That's a textbook narcissist for you. Now imagine being overly nice to such an individual. You might think you're just being kind. But what if I told you that your kindness could be feeding their narcissism? It's like adding fuel to an already raging fire. The more you appease them, the more they expect, leading to a toxic cycle that leaves you drained and them never satisfied. The dangers of being too nice to a narcissist are real and often overlooked. So, let's dive into some real-life case studies to understand this better. Consider Mary, a hard-working individual who was always kind to her narcissistic boss. Mary was the epitome of patience and perseverance. She was always ready to extend a helping hand, even to her boss, who seldom acknowledged her efforts. Over time, however, Mary began to notice a pattern. Each time she showed kindness, her boss would take it for granted, expecting more and more from her, while offering little in return. Mary's work-life balance toppled, her stress levels soared, and her self-esteem plummeted, yet she continued to be nice, hoping that her kindness would eventually be recognized. Unfortunately, Mary's story doesn't end on a happy note. Her boss continued to exploit her kindness, leaving Mary feeling drained and undervalued. She eventually left the job, but the scars of her experience ran deep, affecting her self-confidence and making her question her worth. Next, let's discuss Tom's story. Unlike Mary's professional relationship with her narcissistic boss, Tom's ordeal was more personal. He was in a relationship with a narcissist. Tom was a compassionate and loving partner, always ready to put his partner's needs before his own. He believed that love could conquer all, even his partner's narcissistic tendencies. However, he soon realized that his kindness was being mistaken for weakness. His partner began to manipulate him, making unreasonable demands and showing little regard for his feelings. Despite his best efforts, Tom's relationship spiraled into a cycle of emotional abuse. His mental health suffered, and he felt trapped. It took a lot of courage for Tom to finally walk away from the relationship, and the experience left him emotionally scarred. These stories are a stark reminder of the dangers of being too nice to a narcissist. It's important to remember that kindness is a virtue, but it should never come at the cost of one's well-being and self-respect. How does being too nice play into the hands of a narcissist? Let's delve into the murky waters of narcissistic manipulation. At the core, narcissists are masters at exploiting kindness. They see it as a chink in the armor, a weakness to be manipulated for their own benefit. They spin a web of deceit, drawing you in with their charm, only to use your good nature against you. They thrive on your empathy, your desire to help and understand. They feed on your need to fix things, to make it all better. The psychological dynamics at play here are complex. Narcissists are experts at using guilt, denial, and gaslighting to maintain control. They use your kindness as a tool to keep you entangled, to keep you invested, and ultimately, to keep you under their thumb. So, what does this mean for the kind-hearted among us? It's clear then that unchecked kindness can be ammunition for a narcissist. So what can we learn from these experiences? The dangers of being too nice to a narcissist are real and multifaceted. It's important to understand that kindness can be manipulated and used as a weapon against you. Narcissists prey on our empathy, exploiting our good nature for their own benefit. They are masters of manipulation, turning our kindness into a one-way street that only benefits them. To protect yourself, it's crucial to establish boundaries. Ensure that your kindness is reciprocated and not taken for granted. Learn to say no when necessary and don't allow guilt to control your actions. Stay firm on your principles and don't be swayed by the narcissist's attempts to undermine them. Maintaining kindness does not mean turning a blind eye to harmful behavior. It's about treating others with respect, but also ensuring that respect is returned. Remember, it's not about ceasing to be nice, but about being aware of when your kindness is being exploited. For more information, please visit my channel at Keedledee.